Yeah.
Today, guys, I'll be making some Maryland style lobster meat and lump crab meat cakes today. But first today, we're going to put a whole can of lump crab meat. And we're also going to put a whole pound of lobster meat. And we're going to kind of mix this together a little bit. Now what I like to do is I like to season up my crab meat first. So we're going to go ahead and season up our crab meat. We're going to get some of our house blend similar to Old Bay. And throw about probably 2 tablespoons. And get that kind of in there. Alright, throw a little bit more. Alright. Sorry, not 2 tablespoons, about 2 teaspoons. That's a lot of salt. Alright, we got that in. Now, we're going to hit it with some parsley. We're going to put about a tablespoon, a little bit more of parsley. Kind of mix that in too. Alright, it's coming together nicely. Alright, the crab meat is getting slowly seasoned. Beautiful. Alright, and then we're going to hit it with some dry mustard. Just probably a teaspoon. Now this will be enough to make probably about, I would say, 10 crab cakes, right? So now we have all of our dry ingredients incorporated into our crab meat, and I'm going to let that sit. Now we're going to incorporate our wet ingredients. So we're going to put that to the side and incorporate our wet. Oh, sorry. Before you do that, I have a sleeve of Ritz crackers, and I like to actually put my Ritz crackers in to the crab meat to soak up any extra moisture in the crab meat. So since I'm doing 2 pounds, I'll use a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers. So what I'll do is just take it and kind of squish it into my hands and then rub it out into my crab meat, just like that. So now we're going to finish off the rest of the sleeve and just crush this Ritz crackers like this. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. You gotta love some Ritz crackers. Has that nice buttery saltiness to it. That's why you don't want to put too much of the Old Bay seasoning. Now I'm going to let these Ritz crackers absorb any extra moisture in the crab meat and let that just soak up for about a good 5 minutes while I'm making the wet ingredients. So now we're going to move on to the wet ingredients. So we got, normally use 1 egg per pound of crab meat. Since we have 1 pound of crab meat and 1 pound of lobster meat, we're using 2 eggs. Oh, got a shell in there. It happens. Alright, shell out. Alright. Now, we're going to get some mayonnaise. So, people are kind of split on how much mayonnaise to use. Since this is 2 pounds of crab meat, I'm going to use about a half a cup. A quarter cup for each pound of crab meat. So about that much mayonnaise. Not too much. Because you want to taste the crab meat, you don't want to taste the mayonnaise. Now we have that. And now we're going to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in it. A dash. Beautiful. So about 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. Alright, now we're going to whisk the wet ingredients together. Oh, another eggshell. I'm glad I saw that. Alright. So we're going to incorporate all this together. All of our wet ingredients. And I guess you guys know what's going to happen next. We're going to incorporate the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. So here we go, the dry ingredients. So as you see, the Ritz crackers are kind of wet now because they have absorbed the moisture from the crabs. So that is perfect. And it was only a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes, so it was great. So here we go. Now we're gonna pour that into the wet ingredients. So now on this part, you fold the wet ingredients into the crab mixture. So you just fold. Take your time, because you want to keep the lump and the lobster meat from shredding. So you just kind of gently fold until it comes together nicely. And if you're like me, so you want to make sure all the ingredients are incorporated evenly. This is going to come out really great tasting. I've tried this once before and it came out great, so I wanted to show all of you guys kind of the trick. And it's simple. All this is simple. So a lot of times people try to overdo it and add, and you can add more stuff to it, but to me sometimes simpler is always better, right? So I used about 6 ingredients, 7, so it's not bad. Alright, so now that it's incorporated, as you see, we are going to let this sit in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Alright guys, so it's been in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and as you can see, it's solidified, it congealed, and it looks delectable. So now we are going to make some cakes out of it. So just sometimes you can weigh it. So I have a little scale over here. Turn it on. I like to do 4 to 5 ounce patties. So we're gonna put it on the scale. That's 3 ounces. That's about 4.3 ounces. So we are good to go. So what you're gonna do is just kind of mold them into a cake, a patty, and put them on the baking sheet. So we're going to do again about 4 to 5 ounce patties. 4.09, good enough. Bam, make them into a crab cake. Oh, these are good. So I'm going to do about 4 right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bake these at about 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. And that should be enough to cook. Oh, I didn't weigh that one, did I? 4.16. I am good. Dang. Like I've done this before, right guys? Now, grab one more. I am going to do one more thing before I go and bake them. 4.5. This is mine. This is the biggest one. Here we go. Alright. So now we got 4 crab cakes. Alright, I'm going to actually add some butter to the bottom of this tray. It gives it a nice crust to the crab cakes. So add some butter to it. That way it won't stick to the crab cake. Bam. One more. Bam. Oh. There we go. Alright guys. So now we have these beautiful crab cakes with some butter on the bottom of the pan. Now we're going to put it in the toaster for about 15 to 20 minutes. These came out perfect. Look how amazing these crab cake and lobster cakes are. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I can't wait to dig in. Oh my goodness. Those look amazing. Now I'm just gonna go grab a fork. and try one of these bad boys out. Oh my gosh. That looks amazing. Try it yourself at home, guys.